This is going to be a quick guide on everything you need to know about crafting to produce the best possible equipment, tools, and items while getting rich in the process. You might find yourself asking, when should I start crafting? For me personally, I would wait until you get close to the ending of the game and until you have access and have unlocked all 20 of the shrines found in Morcia, along with all of the leaf. This will allow you to access all these various kinds of shops, which will significantly lower the amount of time you spend gathering materials needed for crafting in the field, and gives you maximal access to craft advanced quality factors. In this game, there are three kinds of items: equipment, which is gear your character wears; weapons, which is gear for combat lives specifically; and tools, which are weapons for the non combat classes. Those are going to be the crafting and gathering classes that carry a variety of bonuses for crafting, such as increasing base stats or conferring passive abilities that increase the success rate of crafting higher level gear. Doing as much of Morcia as you can right off the bat is super useful because you can run into regions with high leveled enemies and level up pretty quickly. And you'll also be able to find more strangelings, which will allow you to have additional party members that are used to increase the success rate of crafting, as they add not only base stats but special skills. These party members are proficient in one of the 13 lives, of course, not including the brand new life, which is exclusive to the protagonist, and can also be leveled up in combat or by doing crafting. Combat is definitely going to be the faster way. Anyhow, the higher their level, the more base stats and skills they're going to have. And having access to the vast majority of them will decrease the headache that you have with crafting success rate substantially. Typically, items are going to have a base version and an upgraded version. An example of this is the platinum ore, which can be refined into the platinum ingot. Most crafting recipes do not allow you to use the base items, and the shops sell the upgraded items for way too much money. To circumvent your wallet being absolutely destroyed, I would advise you to buy the cheaper version of the items at the stores, and then refine the advanced version of the items yourself. Another reason to approach crafting in this way is because you'll get more experience, which confers skill points as you level, so you can flesh out your skill tree in order to get those passive abilities that increase the success rates for later down the line. Confer special skills which allow you to skip a number of actions, and I find this particularly useful for the button mashing and analog stick rotating sequences, and to generally increase your skill point levels to meet item creation thresholds. It's also useful because if you have great success, you'll create more items than intended as well. Eventually in this game, you're gonna hit a wall with crafting. This happens around the 3-star level because some of the quests will start demanding top quality items, which requires a combination of passives, stats, and special skill use timing. The best way around this is to spam crafting tools to get passives from the skill tree on your tools, which will make crafting top gear much easier. Not only that, but you can also sell the ones you don't want to get more dosh in order to keep the crafting cycle funded. Even better, crafting tools with advanced quality factors give a ton of EXP needed to keep filling up that skill tree. If a recipe requires materials which are rare, I highly recommend making a backup save or using the cloud save function on a console to prevent from wasting hard to come by materials, especially when the quest specifies that it wants a top grade item. Keep in mind that as you progress through the ranking system with the guild masters, you'll get tons of free recipes, e.g. you'll go from level 1 to level 2 crafting. So if you have run out of items to craft, you have likely neglected completing the quests. Another useful hint is that when you craft advanced quality factors, you can treat that as a level up in difficulty and EXP gain. For instance, an ordinary item at level 1 is functionally a level 2 item with regard to selecting the fine quality factor, and 3 if you select notable. Another good tip is for you to spam crafting tools with items that are easily bought in stores in order to prevent frequent trips into the field to find more rare materials. You can also increase the quality of the items found in Morcia by completing quests at the eye towers and leveling up the area rank. This also changes the types of enemies and types of gathering spots to include more high-rank materials for crafting as well, and will functionally be necessary in the later post-game to continue your crafting journey. You can even occasionally spawn legendary bosses in the field in this manner as well. In order to max out the rank for the eye towers, you'll need to find the camping spots, the towns, as well as helping the residents of those towns by completing their requests. which you guessed it is going to require you to craft some more. There's also exclamation marks on the map as well, and completing those quests will get you additional points, which you can use to level up those eye powers. Another important hint is that once you've unlocked a skill, you can reset your skill points at the guild by talking to the plant for 10,000 Dosh. You can then allocate them more freely if you're still continuing to run into problems. If you forget where an item is, please note you can also use the menu to find its location. And if you have found multiple locations, you can scroll between them to check if you can buy it at a store somewhere. If the game isn't telling you where the item is, however, it's because you haven't found it yet. I also recommend building a crafting bench right near the town's entrance to have a centrally located place to craft and to spend less time hunting for them in the wild. Anyway, I hope you found this guide helpful. Please like and subscribe and consider a super like or channel membership if you can afford it. That'll help me continue to make more guides like this in the future, and we will catch you in the next one.